A federal judge in Maryland ruled Wednesday that state and local officials cannot refuse refugees, calling an executive order from President Trump unlawful. The president's order in September required local and state governments to opt in and choose whether to accept refugees this year. 3 resettlement agencies sued the Trump administration over the policy, including the Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service.
We think that this executive order violates federal law and quite frankly, is unconstitutional and discriminatory.
In September, the Trump administration justified the change, saying close cooperation with state and local governments ensures that refugees are resettled in communities that are eager and equipped to support them. But federal law already lets local, state, and federal governments collaborate on refugee resettlement. In Wednesday's decision, the judge wrote, "One is left to wonder exactly what the rationale is for doing away entirely with a process that has worked so successfully for so long. And why now?" On Friday, Texas became the first state to refuse refugees, and advocates worried about lasting impact on both the state's economy and on refugees already living there.
At least 3 local resettlement offices already had to close. They're not only providing services to the refugees who have just come, it could also mean a reduction in staff and services for those refugees who are still, benefiting and need services.
In his announcement, Republican Governor Abbott said Texas has carried more than its share in assisting the refugee resettlement process. And the state has been a leader, admitting about 2,500 refugees last year, about 8% of all refugees in the country, and more than 70,000 since 2010. But advocates in Texas say that doesn't mean welcoming refugees should stop, especially for family members waiting to reunite.
It's about home. What do you call home? And when a family has been displaced from their home due to violence or due to economic struggle, and they've been through a 2-year process and they finally make it to our country, being able to welcome them home into our state is something we should be proud of.
Refugees in Texas paid $1.6 billion in taxes in 2015, according to an analysis by New American Economy. It also found refugees there had $4.5 billion in spending power. 42 governors already opted in to refugee resettlement, and nearly half are Republican.
I would say it's due to an unfortunate circumstance, but this has given a momentum to our work, and it's given a reason for people to speak out more vocally than they have in the past.
The Trump administration is expected to appeal this ruling.